Do you see what is happening behind me? Christmas. Christmas is happening in my home, and I am welcoming it with open arms. I want to share with you today what this next season is going to look like for our family. I want to talk about a Christmas unit study that we are doing. I want to talk about where I'm at spiritually in this season of rest. I want to share all that and more in today's video. Stay tuned. Let's get to it. Okay, so the term Slowember. How many of you have heard that term? Am I late to the game? Christina at Rooted Home Life shared something on Instagram with that term, and it is like been stuck in my mind for so long because it is just that good, and it is exactly how I feel moving into this season. We are just about to end our homeschool co-op for 2 months. We don't go back until February, so we get such a long, beautiful break to rest and to draw in and to bring everything in our home. And that is what we are going to be doing this season. We are going to be embracing JOMO, the joy of missing out, instead of the fear of missing out. We are going to be slowing down. We are going to be able to be intentional. We are actually getting rest on the weekends now because we are no longer hunting. And rest is both a physical and a spiritual thing. Like, I feel rest physically and I can feel rest very much spiritually. And God says, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Like, we can go to him to seek that rest. And I will tell you right now, I can feel rest in my spirit and in my soul and in everything about me. But I'm going to tell you, I am not physically rested. The bug hit our home last night, something weird, kind of a fluke deal. And so as far as sleep and rest for my body, I am running on fumes. But I feel rest and peace and joy, and my mama heart is thriving with all that I see coming in this next season. And I'm going to tell you also, I have been encouraged by some other moms in the homeschool community who are actually doing everything early when it comes to Christmas. That is what we are preparing to do.
Before we get too far into today's video, I want to share with you these Christmas lights from Ollny. These lights were sent to us to put up on our new home this year, and so I'm excited to do this. They are LED, which I'm excited about. I've never had LED Christmas lights, and my husband teases me all the time because I put lights on everything, and our bill usually ends up being $100 or more extra just during the month of December because I love Christmas lights so much. I was actually pleasantly surprised with the rope light design of these. It's very sleek. It looks very nice and crisp and clean. My boys and I had such a good time putting all these lights up. These lights are actually controlled with a remote. So there is a remote for them to turn them on if you desire that route, which I think is awesome. I went for all clear this year. They do have multicolored lights if that's more your thing. But we did go ahead and put all these lights up on our house, and they look beautiful. The strand that we went for was the 1000 LED strand of lights that is 330 feet. The remote has 8 different modes, 3 timers. They're dimmable. They're awesome quality for the price.
I had the best time with my boys putting these Christmas lights up on our new home. We had the best time putting the lights up and just decorating and preparing our home as we usher in this season of rest. I thank Ollny for sending these lights to our family and helping us make memories, new memories in our new home this Christmas. Just finished up the Holocaust unit from Campfire Curriculums, and so we truly ending co-op, ending summer jobs, the busyness of Fridays in summer, the finalization of hunting season for our family, and that busy season and what that looks like for us, and ending one unit, like that feeling of accomplishment. It feels so good to be right where we're at, you guys. I feel so good inside, like where we're at in our home, where we're at in our homeschool. I am welcoming with open arms this season of rest that is upon us. We are going to begin one thing this season, and that is the Christmas Carol unit from Campfire Curriculum. I want to start that with my boys. I'm waiting for the book that we need for the unit to get here. Unfortunately, it was like 5 days out, I think, on Amazon, which really isn't that big of a deal. But when you're waiting to get started on something, sometimes 5 days can feel like a year. So I have that unit printed out. I'm going to do that with my boys. That was a question that I got on a previous homeschool video when I was talking about all the things. We will be doing a Christmas unit. And I want to tell you, the very first Christmas unit that we did in our home, that was not like a devotion or whatever, it was an actual unit study. It was from Gather Round, and it was the first Christmas unit that they came out, and it was the first unit that we'd ever done that was completely like Christmas oriented. We stopped all school in December and did that unit study, and I will never, ever, ever forget it. That's how impactful that unit study was for me, for my boys. Like, it is one of the most precious times when I look back on our homeschool. The time we spent baking, the time we spent making cards for other people, the time we spent intentionally studying and growing in God's word. Like, I can't put into words the feelings that I get when I look back at that season. We quit all school. We quit math. We quit everything. And we literally just dove in with Christmas books and Christmas movies and the Christmas unit study and the Bible and devotions and crafts. And it was so beautiful. I cannot express that enough. And so while inside my mama heart, who has an upcoming graduate this year, my mama heart says we need to check off boxes. We need to move, get like produce, complete. Everything inside of me says no, just rest. Rest, be intentional, draw in, grow in the word together, rest, enjoy, and peace. And that's what we're gonna do. We're still gonna do math. We're still going to do our unit study from Prairie and Pine that I shared before. It's the American Food System one. We're still going to finish that out. And this gives us the perfect opportunity to do that, because one of the chunks was co-op, and another of the chunks that were eating our time in all the right ways was the Holocaust unit. So you take out the Holocaust unit, you give us back our Fridays, you give us back our Tuesdays, and we add in a Christmas unit. It feels beautiful, and I'm welcoming that with open arms. I'm very much looking forward to it, and that will kind of round out this homeschool year for us. Things will look different as we move into January, because we will complete some things and we will welcome new things. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. There are also some new things coming that I can't wait to share, completely share and let all the things out. I cannot wait for that. So be on the lookout for that. But I feel a slowing, a drawing in, a slowing down. I've shared that before many times. But our homeschool plans will look the same, but different. Our home will look the same, but different. It's our first Christmas in our new home. So we are going to have all kinds of fun new traditions that we are getting to have. And also, there's a huge chunk of me that is just feeling this huge pull to draw in, because I have an upcoming graduate, and this will be his last year with us doing any homeschool studies during this year. So that's my reason for saying I can still check boxes and do what we want. Those were some of the greatest words that I've ever heard by anybody in regards to homeschooling. And I've heard a lot of words. I have spoken a lot of words. I have been encouraged with a lot of books and a lot of voices. And this is the short, simple phrase that is stuck. And it's from Andrew Pudewa, and he shared it at a convention that I went to in California with some friends a few years back. And he said, in the middle of his speech, he was talking to, he was one of the sessions, sorry, words are hard. 3:30 a.m. was when I finally hit the bed. So bear with me. I said I felt rest spiritually, but not physically. So it's starting to run. He said, do what you want and call it what you need. Do what you want and call it what you need. Let that be an encouragement to you. I can do what I want and I can still check off boxes. And that's what we're going to do this December. As far as Christmas schooling goes, as far as our homeschool goes, our schedule and routine and all of that stuff, it's going to look very much the same, but very much different. And I can't wait. We're welcoming it with open arms, and it's going to be beautiful and it's going to be wonderful. And I cannot wait to dive in with my boys and experience all that the Lord has for us in this season. And like I mentioned, trying to get things done a little bit early in the terms of like shopping and stuff like that, so that I really can rest in December. I think it's going to be beautiful. I don't know what the Lord has in store, but it's going to be wonderful. And I can feel it. And I hope that this encourages you to maybe do things a little different in your home also. Maybe get a jump start on some things that you need to get a jump start on. And maybe let go of some things you need to let go of. And embrace something maybe that looks a little bit different. The JOMO, the joy of missing out. It's a thing. It's a thing. Slowing down, resting. Ecclesiastes tells us that there is a time and a season for everything under the sun. And this is a time for rest and drawing in. And that's what we're going to do here at Simply Living It. So I hope it encourages you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for being here as I share a little bit of our home this Christmas with you. And I pray you have a blessed, blessed day. And we'll talk very soon. Bye.